Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Deciphering My Experience. My name is Eric Hecker. Excuse me. Oh, before we get started, if I could bother everybody to subscribe, like, share, comment, do all that fun stuff, for the reason being is you do not want to miss out on all the disclosure that's going to be happening fast and furiously. For example, I have a great little tidbit of information today that I found while going through the CIA's website, as usual, digging and mining and going through files. And I got a good connecting piece today, which before I bring it up, I just want to discuss with everybody. What I'm really doing here is decompartmentalizing a lot of things. And I know there are people from many different angles and genres, secret space program, super soldiers, UFOs, hidden history, occult. Folks, all of these things are the same conversation. The big picture is a large story that all of these components fit under the umbrella of. I have been presenting previously in my I have a playlist, Stargate Declassification, that I will be linking at the end of the video, where I'm more or less presenting to people that everything is connected. There's not just a conversation about UFOs. There's not just a conversation about the secret space program. There's not just a conversation about top secret CIA activities. There's not just a conversation about what's going on in Antarctica or what's really going on in the submarine service or what the U.S. military is really building and what's a UFO and what's not from this planet, what is from this planet. I get that there are specialists in each of these categories, but we need to break down the walls of these categories and get these specialists to start communicating with each other, because being a specialist in your compartment, it doesn't really have much value to everybody else. So we need to get out of these compartments. We need to see where the connections can be found. So today we're going to be discussing Brookhaven National Labs and the connection between UFOs here in 2021, UFOs, disclosure, Brookhaven National Labs. I'm telling you, this is going to be way more of a conversation than you folks have been aware. I've been kind of like salting and peppering the dish for about a year now and letting everybody know to pay attention to Brookhaven. But let me show you what I got. So let's move this guy over. Da-da-da. There we go. Pull that right up. And then let's just see here. Okay. So this letter was sent. We'll go from the bottom here. So we have, I'll read it to you. Mr. H. Marshall Chadwell, 2800 Quebec Street, apartment 1217, Washington 8, D.C., it looks like to me. I'm not familiar with an address being written like that. Dear Chad, when I spent those few days in your section last January, the file we studied contained one, or perhaps two, pamphlets from a crackpot organization somewhere in the West. I am interested in following up this angle and, if possible, would like to get the name of that pamphlet and the address so that I can get a few more sample copies. I hope you know what I'm referring to. I was pleased to see Howard Osborne in New York. I'm afraid that what I told him was a little too stale to be of any use. I also forwarded some memoranda via the New York office. Best regards. Sincerely yours, Samuel A. Goodsmith. This is from the Brookhaven National Laboratory, Associated Universities Incorporated, Upton, Long Island, New York. 26 March 1953. So, Sam Goodsmith is somebody that I've been following, and it's covered in my previous videos in the aforementioned playlist. Another person who's been following Mr. Goodsmith is Annie Jacobson. the importance here is that Brookhaven National Labs, Mr. Goodsmith, and the people that he ran around with, I have already uncovered, were part of Operation Paperclip and what was going on with Camp Siegfried and a lot of the other hidden history and nefarious acts of what was going on behind closed doors on Long Island. But this here is now a connection. Again, folks, it all is together. Now they're discussing a crackpot organization that he wants more information on. So let me just jump up and we'll see the response letter that he received. So this is Mr. Goodsmith getting his response letter. Dear Sam, the following information is passed along in reply to your letter of 25 March 1953. Aerial Phenomena Research Organization. Coro Lorenza, National Director, P.O. Box 358, Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin. This organization publishes the APRO Bulletin containing reports of sightings, civilian saucer investigations. A Los Angeles Post Office box, number unknown, is used for their correspondence. Some details are given in Life Magazine 3 April 1952 issue. A Mr. Ed Sullivan, hold on, I can actually read it better over here in the draft. Mr. Ed Sullivan, whose home address is Carson Drive, Linwood, California, is active in this group. He was formerly employed by North American Aviation, Inc. in public relations, reportedly. This was actually wiped. This is in the draft. Additional information on these organizations and others is being obtained. We would be pleased to pass any new information along to you when available, if you so desire. Perhaps it would be easier for you to drop by the office when you are next in Washington. With best regards. That paragraph was omitted for the handwritten one that was on the bottom there that is now type texted up here. Again, let me express my appreciation for your willingness to help us on this problem last January on such short notice. Please bear with us if the future of the work here has us running to you from time to time on a fire drill basis. Cordially yours, H. Marshall Chadwell. So, folks, I find this really interesting because this is very early on in the 1950s that we're now seeing that the conversation between these Brookhaven National Lab folks and the UFO community, it is in the conversation, and this is where things are going on. So, Brookhaven National Labs is a place to keep on your radar, because all roads lead to Brookhaven. It's pretty much that simple. All roads lead to Brookhaven. And the idea that this has been going on under people's noses for quite some time just is really amazing to me. The amount of folks on Long Island that have been coming and going in proximity to some of the most secret stuff in the history of our country really blows my mind. And this is why I want to break down these walls of compartments, because I know there's more people that have been in these programs, that have been involved, that have seen things. I've met folks. They've already spoken to me about so much stuff. So I'm really looking forward to making more connections, doing more disclosure. The UFO community, the secret space program community, the super soldier community, all of these folks, the ancient aliens, the secret history of the world, the occult, we all need to talk to each other because we're all on the same team and we can all go from compartment to compartment and share our information to help each other grow and learn more about each of our compartments, because we'll find that by being more well-rounded, it'll increase our specialty set in the compartment that we're in. So talk to each other, folks. Break down those walls. Like, subscribe, share. go to my website, deciphering.tv. Please go there, check things out. I will be getting this document into the archives. I have archives there as well from other evidence that I've produced. This is not the first document that I've come across if you're new to my page. So go to deciphering.tv and follow along at Deciphering My Experience on YouTube for now, and I'll be opening up some other platform venues as well. So have a great weekend, everybody, and read, get educated, elevate your mind. Be safe out there. Have a great day.